Welcome to day 2 of the Fun Fest here in Austin, Texas. We're at the Absolute Artist Lounge, and we're here with the guys from Austin's own Frank Smith.
Frank Smith.
Thank you for coming, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Your sound, kind of a country-fied rock, some alternative stuff going on there. Describe how you guys got to the sound.
Yeah, you know, it used to be a lot more of like sort of a country band. It's sort of been moving towards a little more rock and roll for the past year or so. And this is actually probably the last show we're doing as Frank Smith. And we got a bunch of new material recorded that we're going to release next year under the name A. Sinclair. So this
More
is
rock and roll, probably.
This is maybe one of the last Frank Smith interviews ever.
Your sound, when I just personally listened to it, it's like, again, a lot of maybe, I'm just going to use by example, it's kind of almost somewhat Pixie-ish.
Cool.
When they kind of run towards the country gamut. And for the longest time, I struggled with the voice. And I struggled, and I came up with Paul Westerberg.
Hey,
Oh,
now
cool.
that's pretty nice of you. That's very nice.
Am I close?
Love that guy.
Am I moving into, because it
Yeah.
just sounds like
Yeah.
it. But there's traditional stuff on there. You guys use a slide, and you know you've got a lot of harmonica going on. So you guys are definitely still
Yeah.
staying in true to what that sound is. And
Sure.
most people think country rock. They think the Eagles when you guys aren't even
Yeah.
other than harmonies, which is a big part. Can you tell me where the harmonies come from? You guys seem to really be into that.
I think we just had a lineup where 3 of us could sing, and we decided to do some 70s style like crooning harmonies. You know?
Yeah, I love harmonies on records, and especially live, and these guys can sing, so the more people singing, the better, I always figured.
Yeah.
You know, unless it sounds really bad, then maybe stop. But they sound pretty good.
So before you're born, the last record you guys came out with, I mean, is it just basically run its cycle for you, so you feel it's time to move on to something new?
Yeah, so before, we actually have one after that called 90s that we put out here, and you know, we self-release all our stuff at this point, so it's, you know, but so we have a record after that, 90s, which is even a little more rock and roll, and we got some new stuff recorded. It's gonna come out next year.
I know it's been some time now that since you've come from the East Coast to the Southwest here. Is there much difference between the scenes between Boston and Austin? There's similarities.
You know, I had Boston is great. It's pretty similar for me. It's just as incestuous here as it was up there. You know, we all play in 2 or 3 different bands, and we all play music together, and we all make it work, and it's fun, you know. And it was like that in Boston for me as well, you know, which is cool, yeah. And a bunch of talented friends here in town. There's a bunch of great musicians, songwriters. So yeah.
We're actually I'm from Austin. I didn't come from Boston at all, but the one time we played out there and hanging out with the people that Aaron went to school with and interacted with, it seemed like that same kind of mentality when it came to writing music. It wasn't pretentious. It was buddies. It wasn't a cutthroat type scene, which kind of is the same way Austin is. It's very cultivating and everyone helping everyone else get to someplace. Like us getting this opportunity to play Fun was because we knew enough nice folks, and we worked hard enough to not be schmucks at our instruments to put on a show to do it. But it's been like a really good buddy system for us.
Plus, it's a really good swan song for
Oh my
Frank
gosh.
Smith. I would
Yeah,
say, right?
yeah,
Good
that's
crowd,
great.
and, you know,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, this has been great, man. This is such a cool event to be a part of.
Well, guys, thank you. This is Frank Smith. This is probably one of the last interviews under that moniker. They're switching up to what do you?
A. Sinclair.
A. Sinclair. So they're staying with the guy names. But anyway, Frank Smith, you're at Fun Fest here in Austin, Texas, and you're at the Absolute Artist Tent. Thanks for showing.